On Thursday, President Donald Trump went ahead and preemptively published the footage of his interview with Lesley Stahl that will air on 60 Minutes this weekend. It's hard to imagine how he thought doing so would reflect positively upon him. Trump posted the Stahl interview footage on Facebook below a caption that read, "Look at the bias, hatred and rudeness on behalf of 60 Minutes and CBS." Oddly, he compared Stahl's performance favorably with the moderator of the upcoming final presidential debate, Kristen Welker, writing, "Tonight's anchor, Kristen Welker, is far worse." #MAGA, Trump has spent the better part of a week preemptively attacking Welker. But if the idea is supposed to be that Stahl was trying to do a hit job on Trump, the footage doesn't bear that out. The video Trump posted begins with Stahl asking him, "You're okay with some tough questions?" You'd probably expect the President of the United States to say that's no problem, but instead, Trump said, "No, I'm not." "You're not okay with tough questions?" Stahl replied, incredulously. Nearly 40 minutes later, the interview ended on a similar note, with Trump whining to Stahl that, "Your first question was, 'This is going to be tough questions,' but when you set up the interview, you didn't say that. You said, 'Oh, let's have a lovely interview.' And here's what I do say, you don't ask Joe Biden tough questions." Stahl replied by pointing out she hasn't recently interviewed Joe Biden, but Trump admonished her that her opening statement is no way to talk. Seconds later he walked away from the interview in a huff. Given all this, you'd probably think Stahl grilled Trump with a series of hard-hitting questions. But the content of the interview consisted of Trump getting offended when Stahl made a number of obvious, albeit unflattering for him, observations. Trump is ill-equipped to deal with the most basic of questions. Perhaps the most substantial exchange of the interview came when Stahl asked Trump about his administration's effort to get the Supreme Court to repeal the Affordable Care Act during a pandemic that has made having access to health care more important than ever. Stahl pointed out the obvious, that Trump has for years been promising a replacement plan for the ACA that still hasn't materialized, but Trump replied by insisting that his plan is going to be announced very soon. Later, in an unfortunate soundbite, Trump admitted to Stahl that he hopes the Supreme Court overturns the ACA, a ruling that could cost more than 20 million people their health insurance. "I hope that they end it. It'll be so good if they end it," Trump said, in an exchange that seemed tailor-made for Joe Biden ads.